Hi everybody. I got about 2 hours before I have to go to work, so I figured I'd upload a video. I saw a video, I think yesterday or the day before, by the YouTuber Zaunstar. It was called, it's like group therapy for atheists, and he wanted to hear about the deconversion of ex-theistic atheists. Now, I don't really know if you can call mine a deconversion story, because, I stopped believing in God at a really young age. I think I was maybe like 11, when I finally stopped believing in God. But, hey, puppy. My dog. But anyway, I kept trying to find religion because, in this area, being an atheist is absolutely unheard of. The only atheist I had ever met in my life, for years and years and years, the only atheist I had ever met was my father. And I know some people are probably thinking, if your father was an atheist, why were you ever theistic? Why weren't you one of the atheists that's always been an atheist? And the answer to that, I was not raised by my father and my mother. I was raised by my Mormon grandparents, because my parents, literally had no time to raise me. They worked multiple jobs in order to support me because they were very young when I was born. So I was left in the care of my Mormon grandparents. Mormons, yeah, batshit crazy, Book of Mormon, magic underpants, blacks are cursed, polygamy, that old shtick. Yeah, that's the religion I was raised in. And I was always kind of on the outs of it, because I was too damn curious for my own good. I was always asking questions. Well, why does God do this? Well, why does it say this, but you do this? They hated that. They hated it. But, I officially stopped believing in God at about 11 years old, like I said. I didn't want to call myself an atheist, though, because, like I said, being an atheist around here is unheard of. And my father and I, him being the only other atheist, I had ever encountered in my life, he and I had a really strained relationship, and it's only been here in the last couple of years that we've really been able to repair it. So I wanted to distance myself from him. I didn't want to, label myself with anything that might insinuate I was anything like him. And I think I left the church about a year later, when I finally, made some friends outside the church. That was the whole reason, that was the only reason I ever, stayed with religion as long as I did, because I wanted to be accepted. I wanted friends. I didn't want to be outcast as the only atheist in this county. So I think about 12 years old, when I finally made some friends outside of the church, I left. And a friend of mine introduced me to Wicca. And that seemed to spread like the plague amongst my friends. So, I went with it. I studied it because, like I said, I wanted friends, and that seemed to be the thing they were into. Yeah, I was a sheep for a really, really long time. I was a fucking sheep. Because I was really socially awkward. I didn't know how to make friends. And I thought, my God, if I get rid of this, they might get rid of me, and I'll be left without friends. But, yeah, I knew it was crazy. God, I've run across so many fucking crazy Wiccans. I've run across more crazy Wiccans than I have run across crazy Mormons. And that's saying a lot, because there's a lot of fucking crazy Mormons. There's this one chick I met who was convinced she was, oh, what was it? She was a dark elf Dracomancer. And she told us she could prove this because her Cherokee friend had used a Sanskrit text to verify it. And I'm like, what? Really? Are you kidding me? I've always been, a skeptic. I've always been a skeptic about dumb shit like that. And when she said, I'm a dark elf Dracomancer and my Cherokee friend used a Sanskrit text to prove it, I'm like, no, bitch, go away. Nobody believes that shit. You're crazy. And just the more of these crazy fucking Wiccans I ran into, the more I'm like, why am I associating myself with this again? I'm not crazy. Not like them. There might be a couple of things, screwy up here, but I'm not that fucking batshit. I think I officially left Wicca when I was like 16 or 17 because I started dating this guy who was a really hardcore Christian, and this was the official death of Christianity for me. This, I distanced myself completely from Christianity after this because this relationship was, the things that were said and done to me in this relationship, should not have been done by somebody claiming to be a Christian. I'm sorry. They shouldn't have been. So yeah, that relationship was the official, I distanced myself completely from Christianity after that. And, the distancing myself from religion as a whole came shortly after because, I figure, why do I need religion to define me? I'm so much more than the things I believe, or don't believe in this case. If my friends can't like me in spite of the fact that I don't believe in God, they're not friends worth having. And, I've always accepted, science and, facts as they were laid out before me. So, shaking off the supernatural bullshit was not difficult at all. Not for me. That, ever since, I got rid of religion, I've been a happy little atheist, and now that my father and I have repaired our relationship and it doesn't seem to be such a taboo anymore, I have really no problem coming out with it anymore. But yeah, that's my very uneventful deconversion story. It's not very interesting at all. Sorry, Zaunstar. Yeah, I'm sorry I couldn't make it more interesting for you. But I'll upload another video eventually. Until then, I wish you all well.